Hello everyone and welcome back to my playthrough of Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. Last time we all basically convened at the prince's not palace, her apartment, her loft, I guess her palace, whatever you want to call it. And we basically started playing as Caleb, we were going to talk with Beryl after speaking with Feng, the person that we are looking to embrace with Prince's blessing. She said she had an encounter with Beryl, and we were on our way to speak with him when we got a message from Caius, the head of security, basically saying that he wants our help. So we had a decision to make, either go talk to Beryl or speak with Caius. And we decided to go speak with Caius, and it was basically he suspects Jara Drury based on a text or an email that went out just right before the code red to an unauthorized person that he doesn't know who. So we kind of went snooping through her apartment, found out that she was also investigating someone else through through like a notepad that she had in a box that was like locked. So we basically are on our way to talk to the prince now. That's where we're at. Let's do it up. What's up, bro?
The prince is ready to see you now.
Let's go.
Great.
I like how she's never just sitting down. She's always like standing. It always seems weaker.
Caleb.
My prince.
We were expecting you.
How may I be of service to you this time?
One thing at a time. The situation has changed. The money is gone. The accounts have been emptied.
What? That's impossible.
Only Jason Moore could have transferred the money. The situation is dire.
Moore would never have done it on his own. He would never have dared.
I agree. It's much too bold a move for him. And that's what concerns me the most. Someone used him to attack us. Someone who was extremely well prepared.
Is it the Second Inquisition? I'm gonna say maybe they're not kindred.
Our enemies are everywhere. They're not just kindred.
No, the kind have no knowledge of our business. It's someone with diverging interests from our own. Someone on the inside.
If there's a traitor among us, I'll have their head.
One thing at a time. I'll take care of the traitor, personally. Failure is a luxury we will soon be unable to afford. If you have nothing more to say, we can move on to the reason I sent for you.
About Richard's file.
What did you think about Richard Dunham's file?
Money that should be going to me seems to go missing whenever he touches it. Richard is far too important to me. I can't afford to upset him now. But if his research doesn't pay off soon, I won't hesitate to show him my disappointment.
And Jara's file?
Did you read Jara Drury's file?
I wish I'd never seen it.
There's too much I despise in it.
She never mentioned she was monitoring the Primogen's finances.
But she's not here to shed any light on it.
Okay, go on.
I'm listening.
I've asked for your presence here because I have a new mission for you. Delson was able to track down the men who attacked us.
It wasn't easy, but it was impossible for them to disappear without leaving a trace after what they did yesterday.
Where are they hiding?
Long Island.
Look at that. I know the place.
Yes, of course. An abandoned facility just off the coast. An old fort. It's the ideal place for a secret base.
And certainly much more. Who knows what they're up to out there?
How is it we didn't notice a thing?
They have abundant resources, and we're short on eyes.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the people responsible for the situation later. Our most pressing issue is preventing them from striking us again.
How?
You're going to go there and kill their leader.
Oh boy. Why me?
Sending me there. That seems to be a rather bold choice.
I don't see anyone better for the job.
Infiltration isn't really my specialty.
You'll be dealing with Kine. You'll be a fox in a henhouse. I'm not worried about you. And Delson knows how to get you in.
Oh, that changes everything.
They evacuated the bodies from the site of the party, which is how we were able to pick up their trail.
There's a small, nondescript warehouse at Jeffrey's Point. As far as we can tell, their transfers from Boston to Long Island are made by boat. To avoid drawing attention to themselves, they've chosen to employ only small craft. There are bodies packed in the warehouse waiting to be shipped over. Do you get the picture?
You want me to disguise myself as a body to be evacuated?
Exactly. All you have to do is stop simulating your vital functions for a few hours.
It's risky.
It's
That's
risky,
all you have to do.
but it's now or never. We might never get another opportunity. We have to try.
The last transfer is probably going to take place tonight. After that, there's no way of knowing when we'll get another chance.
Okay, how exactly are we going to go about it?
I need to know the details.
Let us worry about getting you into the warehouse. We've made all the preparations. You won't have to worry about a thing until you get to Long Island.
Okay, and why don't we attack him head on?
We know where they are. Why go through their warehouse?
Charging into Long Island blind would be far too risky.
And with a traitor in our midst, I'd rather keep this to a small circle of trusted people, to avoid any other unpleasant surprises.
Okay, very well.
And after that?
Once you're on the island, you'll be in uncharted territory. You'll be on your own.
Who is my target?
Walter Stanford.
He's the head of the Boston Task Force. He's part of what they call the Society of Leopold.
Someone else will take his place.
No need for you to worry about that for the time being. Your mission is to eliminate Stanford, and that's all.
So Walter Stanford, I believe, is the person we encountered as Alacia. The priest inside that tent who was able to see
What do
through
we
a
know about
disguise.
this Stanford?
Not much. They're very careful. He was sent from the Vatican, and he brought other fanatics with him. If he's here, it means that Rome has faith in him, and that can't be good for us.
He's got to be taken out.
Okay. The Society of Leopold. Come on, man. You've been around. You know.
What's the Vatican getting out of all this?
Your guess is as good as mine. But it seems that the kind are trying to get a better understanding of us in order to hunt us more effectively. These priests have been our enemies for ages. They have knowledge.
Putting an end to them is crucial. We must keep our enemies from unifying their strength.
Okay. Is there a plan B?
I don't wish to be the bearer of ill tidings, but what if I fail? Do you have a backup plan?
Caleb, you won't fail. You're our only hope. We place all our trust in you to complete this essential mission.
There's no room for error, Bazori.
Okay, and what about the traitor? She'll take
Aren't you
care of it,
worried
I'm
someone
sure.
will tip off the SI? There's still a traitor among us.
The traitors, my
Yeah,
department.
she'll take care of
You
it.
need to strike quickly, and don't let anyone know of your plans. We can't take the slightest risk.
Okay.
All right. I've heard enough.
Very well. Then you should get going. We've already lost enough time.
Very well. My prince.
My sheriff. Okay, you agreed to help Caius. You discovered more secrets about Jardroy than you came for. You Question Jason Moore's bodyguard in the court's interrogation room. You could have decided to confront your child, Beryl Underwood, about his inappropriate interest in Su Feng. Alright, So what can we do here? One of your actions increase the risk of opponent's focus. The increase is reduced by 30%. I mean, that's pretty good. Prevents your opponents from using a skill. Generates 2 hunger. Celerity, options, and dialogue. The hunger cost depends on your celerity rating and difficulty of the interaction. Blink generates 1 less hunger. How much does it cost right now? Is it 2? It's the 3. Auspex. The memories of an item. I mean, that's always good. I think I'll buy that. Reveals premonitions. These offer the vision of a potential future event that may occur for the character. Reveals the aura of a target, which costs information. Oh, which provides information about their nature or residence. No hunger costs. I mean, I'm 5 under for that. Costs only 15? I guess that's my main stat. Yeah, why not? So these are all 30, so I'm going to have 10 extra. I like education and deduction. I like having the knowledge skills. Dialogue. Let's do. Let's do rhetoric. Okay. I like it. Let's do it. Don't even say anything.
I'm guessing you tipped Pizori off to the traitor?
Yes.
Any news?
Nothing since Richard's report. My city is in danger. Everything I've built, all the dreams I've invested. That Judas is a threat to everything.
Not for long. You'll bounce back.
Yes. Congratulations on your negotiations with the Chantry. Our agreement with Hartford is crucial.
I'm here to serve.
Your wish is my command.
I always knew I could count on you. You're a true ally, a loyal one, a future asset in my Primogen. But one thing at a time. Before we get there, I have another favor to ask of you.
What a surprise.
About what I told you earlier concerning Delson and Long Island. I've got a plan.
Oh, I know that look. Hazel.
This is the best moment to strike.
That sounds like the definition of rushing into things.
Yes, but we have no choice. Delson?
We need to blind them, from the inside. They know too much about it. We have to change that. For that, we need someone to hit them with a surprise attack from within their compound.
I wish that person luck.
It's you.
That's way out of my league.
Hazel's not asking for your opinion. You proved you were reliable with Hartford. We need your skill sets for such a risky and vital task.
That's precisely what's got me on edge.
It's your chance to prove to the court once and for all that you deserve a place on the council, MM. After this, you'll be untouchable.
I sure hope so. All right. How do I get on this island? By boat?
I doubt it. Coastline's under surveillance.
So I swim across. All right. What then?
Kaya's wrote a program that can help us. If you can upload it into their system, it'll corrupt all the data they've got in their database. Their systems, the archives, it'll all be lost.
Allowing us to cover our tracks.
It's our best shot at making it through this. You'll just have to insert it into a computer that's on their network. That's absolutely essential. Any questions?
So it looks like we're doing, a multi-pronged attack against the society. So Bizori's going to go in there and cause havoc, I guess. And MM's going to go in there and upload a computer virus. I wonder what Leisha's going to do. Can we do that remotely? Probably not.
Your plan sounds pretty old school. There's no way to do that remotely?
We've tried, but Leto's agents weren't able to breach their security. Their network's too highly protected. That's why we need you.
I see.
Can I take someone with me? Probably not.
Am I allowed to take a partner?
Super secret mission.
I'd feel a lot better about this if I had someone covering my back.
I understand, but that's not possible. We're already taking a risk by sending a person in to infiltrate their hideout.
Got it.
Okay.
So, let me get this straight. You want me to infiltrate the enemy base alone? The same enemies who just slaughtered half the camp.
Quit whining. You can have help.
Oh, really?
Your task will not be easy. You'll need a diversion while you sabotage their system. A raid near their base, for example.
That could work. Who will you send?
I refuse to sacrifice any more of our people, so we might as well send in the riffraff. The Anarchs could do the job.
Come again?
You heard me. I want you to go see them and convince them to go with you to Long Island.
You're trying to thin their herd.
I'm balancing the scales, that's all.
They can't stand us. They'll never agree to fight for us, let alone on their own without us.
They don't have to know they'll be alone. Lead them to believe our forces will join up with them. The SI is a threat to the entire city. They're just as concerned as we are.
Why me?
Send someone else to negotiate. A real emissary.
No one else knows the Anarchs as well as you do. They go to your clubs, don't they? They know who you are. They know they can trust you.
I barely know them. I see a couple of them once in a while, but that's it. We're not exactly friends.
You're still in the best position to negotiate with them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be a whiner or anything like that, but it is not fair.
I'm not comfortable with the idea of sending them to be slaughtered. It's despicable.
It's just politics, and it's probably your only chance to come back in one piece.
What if I refuse?
I won't let you. Your conscience is of no concern to me. The only thing that matters is our survival. And too bad if it keeps you up at night.
The true face of the Camarilla. Right then. Let's say I agree.
You don't have a choice, but I'll humor you.
How am I supposed to go about it? I can't just go chasing down every Anarch I know to ask for their help.
There's only one Anarch that counts. Their Baron.
Randall Thane?
That's right. He's in charge of the various Anarch gangs in the region. I don't know where he is right now. You'll need to use your network.
I've got an idea of who I can ask. What can I use as leverage if they try to negotiate?
Money, favors.
We don't
Offer
have
them
money.
whatever seems useful.
All right.
One more thing. Don't tell anyone about your task, not even your sire. I don't want the council poking their noses into this. That will be all. I'm counting on you, MM. Be careful, and good luck.
I'm gonna need it.
there you are. I'm sorry I wasn't here to meet you when you got back. I was busy.
I missed her.
Don't apologize. I missed you, McAndrews. The Jefferson Library, it was hell. I really thought I wasn't gonna make it, that I wouldn't see you again.
Excuse me?
That's all that inspires in you?
You haven't spoken to me like that since our breakup. I'm just a little surprised.
What are you talking about? We never...
Broke up? It's been 30 years, Amem.
Oh my god.
What? I don't remember.
Come on. I get the feeling we need to clear up a few things.
Yeah.
Because I didn't uncover all my memory. I missed one spot.
Come on.
Just looking at watching the footage when I was editing, I think there was, when I was doing like the elevator scene, I think there was like a lower floor that I didn't go to. Because it looks like we were on the second floor when we started the elevator thing, and there was a first floor option, which I never noticed. I'm pretty sure it was there.
Tell me what's going on.
The Warlocks. I knew their library would leave a mark. They fucked with my head.
So, if I understand right, you have no memory of our breakup.
None whatsoever. I really thought that you know.
There's a reason the Warlocks have a bad reputation.
And you said it's been 30 years?
More or less.
That seems like forever. And then again, the blink of an eye for us.
Believe me, it's been a long 30 years.
Yeah, I'll tell her about the memories.
When I was there, with the Tremere, I saw things, glimpses of the past. It was like I was reliving certain episodes of my past. I guess that's what Osborne meant when he told me about the memories.
What exactly did you see?
My attack?
I saw my attack with the Knights. I need to know. What happened after that? Did they pay for what they did to me?
It's a long story, Mem. And it's not really a happy one.
That's all the more reason. I want to know what happened. It's my memory, not some game.
Exactly. I don't want to see you suffer again. I won't allow it.
But it's not your choice. It's not you we're talking about, it's me. I can't just sit here not knowing.
I won't tell you a thing.
Hilda, please.
I said no. There's no point in insisting.
Fine. Whatever you want.
That's it.
That's all.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I can't imagine.
Get it off your chest? What did this do? Even undead, kindred sometimes need to share the memories that haunt them as means of healing. MM will be able to share more easily with her fellow kindred. Minus 20 to the next experience cost for the social attribute. Alright, cool.
Imagine how upsetting it must have been.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me.
I'm gonna leave.
I'm sorry, I've gotta go. I need to take some time to process all of this. The prince is sending me out on another task. I can't screw up.
What kind of task?
I'm sorry, but I can't talk about it. Hazel made that exceedingly clear. If she thinks things are better like that, I believe her.
For God's sake, Amem, I'm your sire. You should trust me, not that snake in the grass.
Personally, I've never had anything bad to say about Hazel.
Unlike me. Is that it? You'd be singing a different tune if you knew what I know.
If I knew what?
Nothing. You wouldn't believe me anyways.
I pissed her off.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I'm sorry. You're right, you're my sire, I should believe you. And I do. We good? Would you tell me what you know? Please.
Seriously, you don't think you're laying it on a little too thick?
Not at all.
You can be such a pain sometimes. Hazel's a smart woman. She knows what she needs to do to get what she wants. And she wants you.
That's going too far.
You think it's an honor, but you should really be worried. Hazel never does anything she's not sure she'll benefit from, which means she's got ways to make you bend to her will.
I mean, that's politics.
She's careful to hide her secrets from you, safe behind her herald. Tonight could be your last chance to discover them. Very well, let's move on. You're right. You should go get some rest, and do think over what we've discussed. Promise me you'll be careful.
I'll try. Alcohol. Ugh. I always hated that smell.
Did you need something else?
Nah, there's no point. What does she think about the essay?
The reports from Richard and Leisha are truly frightening. I never thought I'd see a day like this.
Predators never see themselves as prey. We're going to have to be extremely cautious if we want to survive.
Do you have any plans?
No, I'm waiting for Hazel's orders. We're dependent on her now more than ever.
Okay. I'm sure she has a backup plan. I'm just gonna choose it. Just because I think it still progresses down the psychology path. Where is it? Not the disciplines, the talents. Because I think even if you do... So which one's psychology? Well, let's see if something increases, actually. 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 0, 2. Okay. Let's see. Even if I fail, let's see if something progresses.
I can't imagine you waiting for the prince to do something.
But here I am, doing just that.
No, you've always got a plan B. You're not telling me everything.
Unfortunately, no. It's all happening so fast. I haven't had time to plan anything.
I have a hard time believing that. Suit yourself, keep your secrets.
You gotta leave.
I gotta go. I've got stuff to do.
Just a sec. I know Hazel told you not to talk about it.
This is persuasion. 52% chance? No, I might need it. I might need the willpower.
But please, at least tell me where you're headed.
You're unbelievable.
The air is thick in here.
Eloquent. What did we gain on eloquent here? 15% success rate in tie. 2, 1, 2. This went up. Puppet Master went up. Using psychology skill increases its effectiveness. So even if we lose, it's always kind of good to choose those options. It probably didn't increase as much as if I had succeeded. But hey man, slow gains still help.
You can understand my concern, can't you?
I'm going to see the Anarchs.
What?
It's a long story. I'll explain when I get back. I've really gotta go.
All right. Be careful, ma'am. Don't even think about it.
I wasn't going to.
Safe zone. Alright. I mean, I don't need to feed.
It's never been this quiet here.
Can I still do it? Take it. Celerity 2. You know what? Let's try.
It's not my fault. Shouldn't leave things lying around.
Whoops. Alright. You saw nothing. Let's check out her apartment before it's kind of too late. Her apartment's
Do you
upstairs.
think we have time to just laze around? You need to be fast and effective. Destroy anything we don't need. Keep what's important. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Miss Bosley.
You're a good kid, Lazarus. I need a drink. Now, shake a leg.
April. Old hag.
All right, you heard her. Double time.
We need to destroy anything that can compromise us.
Alright.
All I'm hearing tonight is Lazarus do this, Lazarus do that.
I've been at this for hours.
Okay, so we already read this stuff as Jable.
That's good. That too. And that.
As
What's that?
Caleb,
ID
sorry.
card? 1963? Obsolete. Hey, Mem. Sorry, we're a little busy here.
Yeah. Just kind of going through the same thing in case she has something to say. Ooh. What did I pick up? Consumable. Club business card.
I'm gonna go get a drink soon.
Everything's gotta go.
It's a fire sale.
What do we do if the hunters show up?
Attack. Defend your home. Another business card. Nice. I think the business cards just restore my willpower, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I have 3 of them already, which is good.
Mem, there you are. I've been looking for you for hours. Where have you been?
Do I know you?
Ha, yeah, you're...
Allies are in short supply. MM has forgotten her most loyal ally. It'll be harder for her to find new ones. Oh, fuck. -10 to the next experience cost for the social attribute.
A real comedian.
God, Journey.
Seriously, where have you been?
I'm sorry, but I don't think we've ever met.
What the hell? What's the matter with you?
Shit. My little visit to the Warlocks. I think it left a mark. I'm sorry, I'm really confused.
You fucking kidding me? Mem, we've always been there for each other. You're my twin flame.
I don't remember.
What a fucking nightmare. What's going on? We were... Damn it. I'm sorry, I have to think.
That's messed up, man. That's really fucked up. Like, can you imagine losing 30 years spotty... like, imagine forgetting your parents. Your sister, your significant other. I'm called away from the court on urgent business. I know we're under the strictest confinement, but if I emerge from this crisis ruined, the entire Camarilla of Boston will be damaged. Besides, a member of the Primogen should be able to come and go as he pleases. I'll be back as soon as possible. Okay. Find which door the ornate key opens. Okay, so from Moore to me. Further to Miss Iverson's request, I will need a detailed list of projects under joint management between her and the various members of the council. Your eternal servant, Jason Moore. So someone will come by your place around 1 o'clock. He will hand over the list to you. Abigail Nurmi. Your messenger is just leaving. I'll be able to get to work now. Thank you very much. I tracked down the file on the 1998 Solstice Party. Page 3 should be of interest to you. wow. Conversation with Beryl. Dear Abigail, as a member of the council, I request that you provide me with a detailed report on the domain's most recent real estate acquisitions. I'm particularly interested in what's going on in the South End, especially SOA. I thank you in advance for your diligence and usual discretion, Beryl. So SOA, I'm going to guess South Washington? I'm sorry, but I'm not authorized to disclose information about Miss Iverson's personal affairs. I understand, I applaud your caution, but what pertains to the domain cannot be kept secret, especially from a member of the council. I'm well aware of your prerogatives as a member of the council. I also know that for a request of this kind, you need level 3 authorization. Therefore, I'd recommend that you contact April Bosley or discuss this directly with Miss Iverson. Come on, could you make one little exception to save us some time? I know how much you like pretty apartments. I own a few lofts myself that I don't use very much. I could give one to a friend. We've been talking about this 4 nights now. It seems to me that you would have saved yourself some time by just following the rules. What's so interesting about SOA? I heard a rumor that the offices of a new and highly influential blog on the East Coast have fallen into Miss Iverson's grasp. Maybe I'm interested in freedom of the press. I'm going to have you to stop insisting. I am, of course, available for any further questions within the limitations of the court's rules, of course. I received the handwritten note you left on my desk. However, this is an intrusion into my workplace, which is strictly personal. Out of respect for what you represent, this will remain between us, but it will not change my decision. I have the unfortunate impression that my office and apartment have been searched. Luckily for us, all of Miss Iverson's sensitive documents are safe and sound. You'd be happy to know you could still speak to Miss Bosley regarding your previous request. I noticed a servant following me the other night. I think he's one of yours. I'd appreciate it if you ask him to stop. I don't know what you're talking about. If you happen to find that you're missing a servant, a tall Asian-looking guy wearing a blue suit, don't bother looking for him. I'm afraid something bad may have happened to him. Little bitch. That's pretty funny. I think we've seen that one before. Console sheet. Yeah, we've seen this one too.
I'd better hurry. If Zeus had chosen flower to reign over all others, the rose would be queen.
Okay. I think we've seen this already. I think it was the computer that we didn't see last time. Satisfaction for once. For once, I wanted to say just how much progress Journey has made in the organizing the opening night of the Red Salon. Stopped by for a surprise visit last night to check the quality of the services, and you did not disappoint. Please don't embarrass us in front of Hartford. Okay, dear all, although the most important guests will most likely arrive late, be ready by 9 p.m. because you never know. I think we've seen this one already. So why would I need to hurry? Is it just the access to the elevator? Probably. Oh, this is no return. Then I'll come back. Something tells me April will be gone for a while anyway. Yeah, she's right there. Okay, let's go snooping around. So we can go into Hilda's apartment. We have a key, we don't know what for.
I should go. Hazel gave me orders.
Oh wait, no. Not yet.
Not just yet.
Oh, so even going to the prince's apartment is something we can do. No, I won't do that. I think it's basically if you kind of want to throw a coup and, you know, go against the prince's wishes. But for right now, I'm going to respect the prince's wishes. So this is Dijon's place.
Dijon left. Rats are the first to flee the sinking ship.
My prince, I would like to believe that you still trust me as you once did. But you do not, and I am unable to understand your sudden suspicion of me, especially at this crucial juncture. Boston has never been my city. I came here for its prince, you. I have carefully considered the situation, and I have come to the unfortunate conclusion that you will no longer listen to me on any subject at all. Yet I always believed I was acting on your best interest. I feel that there is nothing left for me here, and it is time that I join my kind, to share my knowledge with those who certainly need it. I will never forget the years I've spent here in your service, and I leave knowing that Boston is in the best possible hands. Yours. Farewell with no ill will and no regrets, I hope. Your eternally devoted servant, Dijon Siaka. I'm going to use my aspects to see if there's anything significant here. Does not look like it. So he just left all his shit? He didn't even pack. Oh, hi.
I'm sorry, you can't go in there.
Okay, relax, bro. It's all good. Right. Is there anyone here? Oh, it's what's her name?
Hilda's favorite playground. I don't know if I'd manage as well as she does.
There you are. I heard about your little trip to see the Warlocks.
Who are you again?
Sounds like you're starting to get the hang of the machinations of the court. Unfortunately, you'll need more than diplomacy to survive the SI.
So you know about it?
The whole court does. Backstage, people are checking their scripts. There are some who are already thinking of running away.
I don't blame them.
Everyone's heard about London. I get why they're scared. Nobody expected to see hunters on the coast.
And for good reason. You seem to be taking every precaution. But now that they're here, we'll have to do something. Or leave. I made my choice when they hit London. Now it's your turn. You'll need to be careful, darling, and surround yourself with associates you can trust.
That's a rare commodity around here.
You've got your sire. Hilda was furious after you left for the library. She really seemed worried about you.
As always. But I survived.
You did. Actually, when you were there, did you run into my emissary? I still haven't heard anything.
I found her emissary.
I found your associate. Or what was left of him. The Warlocks did him in long before the Code Red.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why?
He probably disappointed them. It doesn't take much to piss them off.
Osborne will pay for what he did.
Emissary had a piece of paper.
Your emissary had stolen something. Some sort of alchemical formula. It appears they were trying to preserve the properties of the blood. The report will be of more use to you than it is to me.
Oh, Crawford. Thank you. We've been turning in circles for years. We're way behind. This paper will accelerate our research.
That's everything.
I've told you everything I know.
And it's precious. The question now is whether this paper is worth the unlife that the Warlocks stole.
What if it's not?
Then Osborne will get no rest. But it's not your problem anymore. You've done enough already. This work on the properties of blood, even if it's minor, is extremely valuable. Our cities are teeming with kindred and our enemies are legion. If we don't learn how to control our blood supply, our species will inevitably decline.
That explains why these agreements were so important to Hazel.
She wants to hold the key to our survival. Think of the power she would have if she could do it. But she's not the only one in the race anymore. Thanks to you. Thanks, MM. If I can do anything to repay you, let me know.
Oh my god. Okay. Can you tell me more about the attack on London?
I always wondered how a city like London could fall. A kindred stronghold? That old?
Wiped out in just a few nights.
What was it like? Do you remember the attack?
It's not a very pleasant memory.
Shh, 50%. Nah, don't insist.
I get it. Sorry.
And what does she think about Hazel? 43%. Let's do 90. Yeah, it's one more. All right. You bitch.
You've been around Miss Iverson for a few nights now.
I've had that honor, it's true.
She's not the first prince you've associated with. You're used to dealing with people in powerful positions. So, what do you think of her?
She's a gem. I admire how she rules the city with a firm hand. And yet, at the same time, she doesn't resist change.
She's not the idle type, that's for sure.
I like her bullish frame of mind. Boston is poised for growth with her in charge.
Well now, that's a lot of praise. I didn't expect you to paint such a glowing picture of her.
Ha! Look around, darling. You know what they say about walls.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that they don't tell you if you succeed or don't succeed. Because, again, it kind of keeps you guessing. Because now it's like, I don't believe her. She's just, you know, saying these phrases, like, obviously. Like, it obviously even sounds like, it's like, oh, she's such a gem. Yeah, she's fantastic. It's obvious that she's just being polite. But still, I still kind of wish they don't tell you whether you succeed or fail.
Did I miss anything last night?
Not really. Things were pretty calm until Dr. Dunham came back. Things got a little tense when the topic of the Second Inquisition came up.
I can imagine the shockwave.
We're at the court. People try to save face. But I saw a few masks start to dissolve. The next few hours are going to be decisive.
Okay. Does she know anything about memory magic?
This is
I
gonna
doubt
sound
it.
weird, but have you ever heard of memory magic?
No, never heard of it. Where'd you hear about that?
My visit to the Warlocks. I don't know what they did, but they got inside my head.
The Tremere are brilliant, but dangerous. Iverson should never have sent you there alone.
I learned my lesson.
I need some advice about my... Oh. Well, it's probably just talking to the Anarchs, which we already said to Hilda. Let's do it.
Hazel wants to send me back out there tonight. She's trying to get help from the Anarchs.
Well, aren't we the elite soldier to send behind enemy lines?
I'd appreciate any advice you could give me. I've spent a lot of time with the Anarchs, but never in a situation like this.
I imagine that'll depend on what your prince wants to negotiate. If you hang around with them, then you know they're proud, stubborn.
So you think there's no hope?
Everyone has their weakness. You just need to find the right button to push.
Could get closer to them.
I need to get to know them. It's the only way to show them that I'm not their enemy.
You don't have time to make friends, but you can observe them. Slip into their shadows and identify their weak points. Help them or threaten them. Either way, they'll cave in. You should expect some resistance from them. Some will likely try to put you on your heels or even lie to you outright. Don't let yourself be fooled by them.
I'll try not to forget it. Thanks, Victoria.
It's my pleasure.
Alright, and that's it.
I've gotta go. It's gonna be a long night. No matter what happens tonight. I'm happy I got to see you again.
Why does that sound like goodbye? A mem?
It's gonna be fine. See you later.
Be careful.
Probably is goodbye. I mean, there's a reason the game's called Swan Song, right? I literally just saw the guy go in there, and I can't go in there. Ooh, use key. Sure. Dear Mr. Underwood, as agreed, here is our payment. Thank you for your confidentiality. You are indirectly contributing to one of the greatest forensic discoveries of our time. If by any chance you still have bloodless bodies in good condition to offer us, please let us know. Dr. Karen Parsons, Boston Medical Center. Yeah, I think we saw that last time, the open invitation. I think we saw this last time too. Yeah. Just using Auspex to see if there's anything of note. Nope, apparently not.
It's like he lives for this. Pretty boring taste in suits.
Okay.
Alcohol. Ugh. I always hated that smell.
So what was the point of coming in here? Okay. Weird.
Hilda will never know I was here. She can't be mad at me if she doesn't know about it.
I don't know why, but some of the covers on these books make me think they're like mangas or something like that. Oh my god.
These names. They're Quentin King's goons. The monsters who forced me into the blood bond. Hilda hasn't forgotten them. She's hunting them down.
That's pretty cool.
Oh. I don't really know how to take that.
I mean, you guys have been intimate before. It's not surprising. What is that?
A cell phone? But they're not allowed. Hilda likes to play with fire.
Well, I can hack. Because I have the technology.
What game is she playing here?
Okay. It's no good. We have to speed up. Rest assured it's under control. Still no news. What are you playing at? I'll send you a new agenda. The new agenda is not what we agreed on. Do you want to back out? No delays this time. Well, stop contacting me. P. Don't know who P is.
Katapatas. What the heck is that?
Dear Miss Iverson, I received your summons to the Extraordinary Council meeting on October 21st. Rest assured that I will be present at the meeting. Sincerely, Hilda McAndrews. Hilda McAndrews. Oh, that's what the N is. It's not an N, it's just like a fancy H. Okay, guess we learned all we need to. And I can't go out that way, apparently. Okay, so it looks like that's kind of it. So I've looked around, but show goals. Why is so it's saying keep exploring the place. Take the elevator in April Bosley's office to go to the prince's apartment. So it looks like even it says there's a point of no return. That there is something to do.
A direct route to the prince's apartments. April plays the guard dog. The Swan's Nest. I hope it's worth it.
My dear Dijon, you know the high regard I have for your advice and even higher value I place on our special arrangement. This is why I asked you to carry out the task we discussed yesterday, a task that you were extremely reluctant to undertake. I appreciate your objections, but the Hartford Chantry is our best option right now. When I say right now, it's because I'm counting on the situation changing. A change you yourself would be party to. In the interest of my projects, I cannot reveal the details, especially in writing. But keep in mind that I know where you are from and what your ancestors went through. Hartford is nothing more than a means, a tool. A tool can be replaced. Help me, and when the time comes, I will help you. Fondly, Hazel Iverson. Okay. Another card.
I didn't know Hazel was into music.
Swan Lake. I actually like the music of Swan Lake. So let me write this down, actually, because it seems to be for a reason. BFDAG. Confidential. My prince, I've passed your request for more information about Mr. Underwood on to Jason Moore. I can only congratulate you for taking such an initiative. I have observed a steady increase in Mr. Underwood's contacts with mortals around the globe, particularly in South America and India. He's very secretive, but he hides the financial transactions better than his contacts. He has a need to control everything at all times and uses every channel at his disposal to keep up with the latest news. Like most Blue Bloods, he's a workaholic who trusts no one but himself. Since he became Gala Bazori's child, the family business has grown into a vast sprawling network that controls the sugar industry, from production to sales. He has often flouted the rules of the Masquerade. I suspect he has gone against many of our principles on several occasions. In any case, without being able to prove it, I wouldn't be surprised. At court, Mr. Underwood is a veritable fox. He knows how to increase his influence, especially since Mr. Basori has taken a step back. In fact, he's the most prominent member of your clan, after all. Or after yourself. But he also has close ties to the members of the Primogen, Hilda McAndrews in particular, but also to a lesser extent, Richard Dunham. The interdependence he has cultivated makes him a threat to your interests. It would be very easy for him to bypass your authority if he felt like it. He has many ways of applying pressure. We've seen it in the note downstairs in one of the offices. I do not mention here the business of the other members who are dependent on his goodwill, but I am enclosing several documents showing these connections. Devoto servant Caius Leto.
There are faint marks on the wall. I've always found swans very moving. They're beautiful, but full of melancholy. It's a nice symbol. I get the feeling something's missing.
So something goes there. So obviously this is the arrangement that we need to have. We need to rearrange that to open something, but we need a key.
I understand better now why Dijon never mentioned his sire.
My prince,
Hazel's always one step ahead.
my trip to New Orleans was not for nothing. I was able to learn a lot about Dijon Siaka's past. He's a child of one Marie de Richer. If her name doesn't familiar, that's to be expected. She's rather ordinary. But interestingly enough, she has had ties to the Hartford Chantry. Indeed, not long after her unauthorized embrace, she was sentenced to final death by the Hartford Tremere. Her escape led her to Louisiana, where she met Siaka. She embraced him in a voodoo ritual that I didn't understand much about, but it seems that it left a deep impression on Mr. Siaka, who has been influenced by this magic throughout his existence. It appears that he has come to New England to settle a score with Hartford. I think we could use this to our own advantage, given the arrangements we envision. For example, we can make him part of the Boston court. It shouldn't be too hard to make him your puppet, especially if you promise to solve his problem. He could then be put in contact with the Chantry, perhaps a sleeper agent, or he could take on responsibilities while remaining our puppet. However, if Deneb Osborne was to discover what I've learned, Mr. Siaka's existence would be undoubtedly threatened. It's up to you to decide. However, I think there's a golden opportunity that it would be a shame to pass up. I plan to stay a few more days to clarify some points. I'm sending this message through a reliable servant. I will then return to the court as soon as possible. JD. Jara Drury, I guess. Ah, the little swan.
Hazel had another child before Miley? Shit. I had no idea. Seeing as how it ended, I'm not really surprised.
So Deslin Coates, May 17, 1991. Destruction of Erlans Cardiel. Status successful. Details. As per advanced information, your child was found in a warehouse on Offenbach Street. The area was deserted. I entered the premises at approximately 2:20 a.m. When Erlans Cardiel saw me arrive, he seemed to understand what was going on. At first he tried to negotiate, but when I knocked him down, he quickly got up and tried to escape. It was only after he was thrown against the wall that he really understood that only one of us would ever leave the hangar. His head hit a metal railing many times. He then stopped moving altogether. I went to get the gas cans I had brought with me earlier. After spraying gasoline all over the premises, I set on fire. I stayed there until the fire was over. Your child is now ancient history. Huh. Kind of a ruthless prince.
I wonder if...
So it was B, F, A, D, G. Oh, BFDAG. Shit. E, F, D, A, G. That did nothing. BFDAG. B F D A G.
There are faint marks on the wall.
Does it just have to go in order? Maybe I'll do it backwards. G A D F E. No. A B D F G. Maybe I need to hit all of them, but just in a certain order. So, okay. B, F, D, A, G. Let's try E, C. No. Okay, then we'll try C, E. No. What am I missing? Maybe that's a C and not a G. Let's try BFDAC. B F D A C.
That noise. Something moved.
So it was C. Okay.
So Hazel has her eye on my clubs. Ugh, politics. Always politics.
Dear Jason,
What's her game? Is this how she thanks her allies?
as Prince of Boston, you know I'm always looking for opportunities to expand my domain. Few of my counselors have brought an opportunity to strengthen our hold on Boston's nightlife to my attention. I would like you to evaluate the acquisition of a number of venues. A specific list is attached to this letter. These venues happen to be currently used by M.M. Louise, whom you do not know very well. She's one of our kind, but I ask for your utmost discretion regarding this matter. Okay.
That explains why Hazel's holding off on Fang's embrace. Underwood. What a creep.
My prince, I've heard that you fear the departure of my dear sire, Gala Bazori. Indeed, the progressive departure of the eldest among us is a matter of concern, especially when it involves such a loyal and valuable element as Galeb. Nevertheless, I believe I've a way to keep him at your disposal for a while longer. My sire is rather infatuated with a promising young woman. He wishes to embrace her, more than I have ever seen him desire anything. Why, you may ask? Why choose to have another child when you already have a child as accomplished as myself? I wouldn't dare to comment on the subject myself and would join you in your question. So this Zhu Feng, as the object of his desires is named, should be formally presented to you very soon. You know how dear old Bazori stands on tradition. Of course, he will only embrace her when you have given him permission to do so. That is why I suggest use some obscure excuse, such as the overcrowding of Boston, for example, to stall for time. He will understand. If there is anything Galeb is good at, it is understanding princes, even when they make decisions that go against his interests. Ask him for more time, postpone it, or even simply ignore his requests, and he will be all the more ready to prove his worth to you, to show you he deserves it. I obviously do not expect any form of compensation for this advice. The mere act of serving my prince and the court of Boston, of performing my duty in short, is payment enough for me.
Bazori is a loyal dog, and Hazel's got him on a short leash.
So Galeb Bazori, evaluation by Jared Drury. During Quentin King's reign, Galeb Bazori was always above reproach, performing every task assigned to him without batting an eye. He is the consummate tool for doing dirty work, as he is cold and efficient. I won't even begin to tell you how many thin-blooded anarchs or dissidents he has faced and defeated. Such overwhelming loyalty to your predecessor would suggest that he be sidelined or even removed. Nevertheless, I urge you not to rush down this path. On the contrary, keeping Galeb Bazori as close to you as possible seems to me the wisest thing to do. Indeed, his loyalty was not to Quentin King, but to the role of the prince, and today that is you, Miss Iverson. Galeb Bazori could quickly become one of your best assets. I remain at your disposal to provide you with the reports on his various missions, but a reading of everything seems unnecessary, as there is far too much of it.
Hazel said there was an accident, but it was actually an execution. If Alicia were to find out...
Dear Miss Iverson, it is with a heavy heart that I confirm that I carried out your orders last night. Halsey is no more. So you will most certainly experience less fear of new incidents. I have already made arrangements at the Institute for Lacia because I am certain that she will be shocked and that she will become unwell. While I understand your reasons, with all due respect, I must warn you that Halsey's disappearance will not necessarily result in increased potential for Lacia to have visions. I will tell Lacia there has been an unfortunate accident, and if required, I will manipulate her memories to avoid the worst. You can count on my discretion, and I will be tomb regarding this matter. Sincerely yours, Dr. R. Dunham. So Halsey is dead? So is she just like her imagination? Is she like just... is Halsey just a figment of her imagination? That's fucked up. That is so fucked up. Wow. This prince is worse than I thought. Okay, I think that's all I can get out of this. Yeah. Watch April be in her office now.
It's gonna be a long night.
Leave.
First, the Anarchs. But I have to find them first.
So traits, got it off your chest. Yep. 200 experience, nice. You discovered that Beryl Underwood and Zhu Feng were up to something. You decided to investigate the Prince of Boston. You discovered the Prince of Boston's best-kept secrets. You discovered a secret about your sire, Hilda McAndrews. Couldn't have gone any better. Okay. And we're going to call it there for this episode. It's already gone on quite long. It's just interesting to me. Like, I can't stop playing. It's just so good. Fuck. So the prince certainly has a tight leash on everyone and knows all the secrets, how to manipulate them. That's really messed up. You know, the game is called Swan Song. So my guess is that these characters, or at least one of them, is going to die. And it's going to be up to us to decide who dies. Right? That's my guess. Because, you know, we have Caleb and MM infiltrating this compound, and I'm pretty sure Leisha will as well. It's just different ways. I guess, again, it's a tri-pronged approach. Tri-pronged attack, actually, really. And yeah, I'm pretty sure someone's going to die. Or maybe all of them, who knows, right? That's just my guess for now. But yeah, we still have Leisha to play with in the court, and then we will be off to do our separate missions again. And we'll see where that goes. In the meantime, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.